Alright, haulers. Hello and welcome back to Flashing Lights. So, this is kind of funny. I was actually talking on stream about flashing lights and the fact that I haven't done an episode in it for a while because I kind of just play it when there's an update to kind of share that with you guys, or occasionally with friends or on stream or stuff like that. I don't really do videos on it. That guy was hauling. Jesus. I don't really do that many videos on it right now just because it is just me by myself. And I actually happened to mention on stream, literally the day before this update came out, I was like, you know, it's been a while. I hope they come out with that tow stuff soon. I'm going to be really excited when that comes out. And it just so happens that it was released the day after. And I got to say, I'm very excited to get into this. And I was actually thinking, and I want to ask you guys this really, really quickly. I was kind of expecting, I don't know why I was expecting this, but I didn't really consider that it was going to be a police tow truck. I was thinking that it was going to be a civilian option. Do you think having a civilian option for civilian jobs in this game would make sense or not? Because technically, this game is supposed to be a police, fire, and EMS simulator, not a roleplay or like, you know, lifestyle simulator. So I want to hear what you guys' thoughts are. Part of me would love to see that down the road if it was to start to change its path, but I think because of the way it's branded itself and that sort of thing, it doesn't really make sense. So I don't know, I'm kind of torn on that. But what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead, we're going to jump in the truck, hit the roads, and see what we get for calls, and potentially and hopefully get to use the new tow features. Let's go ahead, let's jump in and get rolling. Alright, I am now in the truck, and before we get rolling, I actually kind of want to show you guys the lights and the features on it and how that kind of looks for those of you that are interested in that kind of thing. Let's go ahead, let's start this thing up. Truck is now on. We'll throw the headlights on 4 ways so you get an idea of that. One funny glitch here, which it doesn't seem to be showing up now. I'm going to turn the headlights off. The windshield... For some reason, the 4 ways interact with the reflections on the windshield. I thought that's kind of funny. It does not happen on the interior view, but that is kind of interesting. We'll go ahead and put the headlights on, and that disappears again. We'll throw it into code 2, I guess, just lights here. We'll throw the light bar on there as well. I'm trying to find my thing here. There we go. I'm actually going to turn the arrow stick off for just a second, just so we can get a view of what all the lights look like. So you can see there we have 4 lights in the grill. We have a red, a blue, and 2 ambers. On the rooftop, we have amber, white, and red and blue mixed. Just a heck of a lot of different colors of lights. On the side, you've got 3 different ambers, and then obviously the side of the light bar. On the rear, you've got 2 ambers on the bottom, and then of course the light bar on top with ambers in the back and white in the front and the center of it. As well as, it does look like you have brake lights and potentially reverse lights on it, which is very cool. I don't think you can turn on, and of course we've got a drunk lady in front of us. I don't think you can turn on the spotlights quite yet, and it looks like not all of the running lights on the truck are able to be turned on. You can see right on the bottom there's a couple of lights that can't be turned on yet, but I'm not complaining. This is very cool, and it was very, very fast from, you know, getting them saying that they were looking into it to them actually releasing it. So kudos to them for doing that. We'll go ahead, we'll turn on the arrow stick just like that, so that's center out. I'm going to turn off the actual light bar now so you guys can see that better. And you can actually see the arrow stick on the front too, so it looks like you could also in theory use this as kind of a light bar or something like that for the front. I don't know why you can see it in the front. I'm thinking that was kind of their goal with it. We see center out. This should be right. And it's the same on the front, and then left, and same on the front. So that is all of the lights. I will say this, something that I would love to see in the future is the actual ability to control flash patterns. I know that's a big ask, but if the developers happen to see this down the road, that would be awesome. Obviously, that's like endgame type stuff that won't be sooner, you know, just because they've got a bunch of other cool projects in the works. But that would really make it for me. I think that would be awesome. It looks like we've already had an accident behind us, so that's pretty interesting. Let's go ahead, let's go 10-8 and see what we get for calls. Alright, and we are 10-8. I did realize, now that I'm rolling out, that I did actually forget to show you guys the actual control of the I don't remember what it's called, the tow apparatus in the rear of the truck. Come on, lady, what are you doing? I gotta stop her for jaywalking. As always, I'm gonna be driving with a steering wheel in first person, try and make this somewhat legit, and it will also be at night. A lot of people that I see do it during the day. I understand why. It makes a lot more sense to do it during the day, but I honestly love how this game looks at night, so I'm gonna do it the opposite. I'm gonna do it at night. But what I'll do is when we get to a point where we actually need to tow somebody, I will then show you guys how the tow operation works. I have yet to do it. This is also my first time playing with this, so do bear with me as I get used to it. Actually, it looks like we've got a couple of people here who are asking to get towed. What we're gonna do, actually I see a white car up there that's on the sidewalk. We're gonna go and get him just after this light, and we'll pick him up. But yeah, like I was saying too, I did happen to mention it on stream. Fun fact, I just had affiliate on Twitch, so thank you to all of you guys that have been coming out, supporting me on Twitch. It's so good to get back to streaming. I am very surprised that I actually ended up hitting affiliate as fast as I did, especially after a mere couple of months returning to it after a year almost, or if not more, of not streaming. And so I definitely appreciate that. We're gonna throw our lights on here, pull over, and see what we have to do here. I'm gonna go into outside view for this, just so you guys can get a look at it. He is not even like, he is totally on the sidewalk too, so shout out to him for that one. Trying to find reverse gear here. Whoop. That's the only thing I hate, is that the camera, whoo, the camera is automatically trying to reset itself. We need like a free camera where it won't do that. I'd love to see that. I'm gonna sit here for a second. I'm gonna go ahead and lower this. Okay, so that's how it extends out. I think for right now, the only options you have are up and down on this arm, and then up and down on this arm. You cannot extend the swivel bar or anything like that. So let's go ahead and let's see if we can't get under this thing. I have yet to do this, like I said, so bear with me. Not the greatest spot to be doing this either, because we're gonna put it right through his bumper. I'm gonna set us busy so we stop getting calls here. Come on. Up the hump. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead now, and I should be able to press home. So we're hooked up for sure. We'll go ahead and we'll pick the car up. So that's not really legit either. Oh no, it did. Look at that. I didn't even see that. It actually extended the arms on it. That is awesome. So this is kind of like a repo style truck where they have the quick set arms that flip out behind the wheel. I love that. So I guess now we can take this guy. I think there's an impound yard somewhere. So I guess now we got to go find the impound yard. Oh, that's not legit. Yeah, it's not perfect. But you know what? This is so awesome. We're going to go ahead. We're going to turn around here in this parking lot. I'm going to go ahead and go back into first person. Only downside is I don't think I can see him in the mirrors as well. But we're going to get this guy down to the impound lot, wherever the heck that is, and see what else we can find, and show you guys that impound lot. Whoops, let's not dump him into a river or something like that. Huge dip on the side of the road. Get out here. The one thing that I am noticing about the tow truck is that you cannot see the light bar or the flashing lights inside the cab. That is awesome. That is an issue that we have with the engine, the fire engine, or the ladder truck, I should say. I'm not sure if that's still an issue because I haven't played in that in a long time, but it is awesome to see that they have fixed it. Oh my god, dude. Jesus Christ. It's awesome to see it. They fixed it with that. And so we'll get this guy down there, get this put away, and then go from there. Alright, well I just took a quick look at the patch notes, and it seems to me that the impound lot is actually in the police station parking lot. I'm assuming out back here. Where? I'm not sure. So we're going to take a little drive around the back here and see if we can't locate it. Oh, look at the mirror. That is awesome. Oop. Well, they're going to have to bring in the gardener because I just destroyed that. Impound right here. Okay, so let's take a look in the outside view so you guys can see that better. Leave vehicles here. Okay, so it looks to me then, it's almost like a valet but for stupid people. Where instead of your car getting parked because you're going to eat at a restaurant, your car's getting parked because you were dumb enough to block off the entire sidewalk. We're going to go ahead, we're going to drop him. Woo! Let's not do that. We hit home. Oh, and there we go. So he just got impounded. That is awesome. So I guess now I'm going to fold this back up. I can go ahead and turn our lights off as well. And we're good to go. So we're going to go ahead, hit the road again, see if we get any calls, anything like that, and go from there. Can I help you, sir? Oh, he's pushing my truck. All right. We just accidentally ran into Superman, apparently. That's actually very creepy, the look he was giving me, to be honest. Now, quickly, I do want to mention while we're driving, I'm sure you guys will see calls come up. I'm not going to be responding to any calls that aren't related directly to the tow job. You know, it doesn't seem very legit to me to have a tow truck officer just responding to, like, gun battles and stuff. I guess it makes sense because it's just backup at that point. You just need backup or a robbery or something like that. But for the most part, since we are doing tow stuff, I'm going to aim to focus on just tow vehicle missions. So I believe this did come with another call out. I believe this update came with a couple of call outs. We're going to focus on that. One other thing I do want to mention as well is if you're one of those people that is interested in immersion and stuff like that, I was thinking it would be very, very cool. The tow arm on the back, if you really, really wanted to, you could find a way to actually make it run using either a joystick or a little clicker. In real life, it tends to be this little handheld thing, just like you'd have for a snowplow or something like that. Driving like a grandpa with my turn. So there's one of the new ones, I believe, the arsonist activity. I believe that's a new call for police and for fire. Or else I think the new call for fire probably includes an actual arsonist. But yeah, I believe that's one of the new calls, so that's pretty cool to see some new stuff coming out alongside this. I do really appreciate the new animations as well, but I just quickly wanted to kind of mention that I'm not going to be responding to anything that isn't really tow focused just because it doesn't seem very legit, and I kind of want to focus on the towing aspect in particular. So we're going to go ahead and keep on it and see what we get. Alright, we're going to go ahead, we're going to pick up this guy because he's also in the middle of the sidewalk. Now, one thing that I'm noticing while I'm driving, I'm going to try and do this one here in first person. We're going to wait for traffic to kind of clear. I'm going to set my arrow stick up. But one thing I'm noticing is a lot of calls for other scenarios or other things that you're not really involved in. So in this case, that is like prisoner transport. You're not going to be doing a prisoner transport as a tow operator. Doesn't really make sense. So something that I would love to see is some sort of filter. So like, if what I'm doing is I'm in a tow truck, then I would like the ability to say, hey, I'm in a tow truck. I'm not interested in that kind of stuff. Whoa, come on. Keep rolling forward here. We're going to try and grab this guy. Oh, I'm not even close. Right now. There we go. Perfect. That worked. We'll kind of pick him up here. See if we can't make it out on the road here safely. Got all those showing up here again because it did some trickery. We'll come out here. But yeah, I'd like to see some kind of a filter that allows me to, you know, turn off. Like, say I'm doing a regular patrol as a tow operator, I want to get those kinds of calls more frequently, and I want to be able to say, hey, I'm in a tow truck, I don't want to receive these calls. I'd love to see something like that. That would be perfect. So, something like that would be cool, and it doesn't even have to be like automatic. I think that would be cool if there was an automatic feature where it would detect like, oh, I'm in this vehicle, so I'm going to take these calls. I'd like the ability to say, hey, I don't want these calls or whatever like that. Like, see, we've just gotten a transport suspect one. We're never going to be doing those. It doesn't really make sense for us to be doing those, especially in a tow truck. So, that's just my thoughts on it. What are you guys' thoughts on it? Is that something that you'd probably do? Or, you know, obviously some people would still want the ability to use that. I personally just don't. I would prefer to be able to turn them off and at least have an option. Whoop. Just like that. Perfect. But I have yet to see any sort of tow calls, like actual tow calls. So I don't know if we're actually even going to get any. I don't know if that's just like not a thing. Maybe I read wrong somewhere, but we'll see. One thing I do want to mention too, it's kind of disappointing that so far we still don't have the ability to read our gauges and stuff in the vehicles themselves. That's a lot of work, and I understand that. That's definitely something I'd like to see soon too. Obviously, I think this is a very small crew of people, if not like a person that's working on this. But at the end of the day, it's still doable over time. That's really the key factor here is time. And for what it is, you know, when this game first came out, I was kind of skeptical. It's not the only one that I've been that way about. Personally, there's another game that's just been kickstarted called Outbrk, which I'm hesitant. I'm excited for, because as a storm chaser myself, that's something that I've watched kind of, I want to see have success in the community of gaming. But the amount of times I've watched small developers like that crash and burn, it's kind of made me a little more hesitant to support that sort of thing, especially when, you know, at least in Outbrk's case, they don't really have anything yet to show, like, you can't try the game out. They don't have anything built, where I've seen creators that have things built and they still end up crumbling. So we'll have to see kind of what happens. But if that comes out, I'll definitely be doing a series on that. I'll be interested to see how that works, especially it might give me an opportunity too at some point to actually interview the developers. I think that'd be very cool to actually meet with them, because they're not actually that far away from me. They are just over the border from me. So maybe we'll think about doing that if they find success. Obviously, if they don't, I'm going to be pretty sad. It seems like so far the Kickstarter is going well. If you're interested in that, I will leave the link to the Kickstarter in the description, so you guys can go check that out and support them if you're interested. And cross your fingers, guys. We need a good storm chasing game. But kind of my point with this is, like, Flashing Lights, when it came out, I was very skeptical. I didn't know if it was going to find the backing that it needed. The Kickstarter ended up stopping early, like stuff like that, and didn't really find a level of success that these other games are. And it's so far still one of the greatest police, fire, and EMS simulators there is. I think they nailed the gameplay aspect of things. I think they nailed a lot of things. There's just a lot of work to be done to kind of refine that. And so shout out to the developers of this game for really putting a lot of effort into this and making it into something that is genuinely enjoyable, and I sincerely thank them for that. So we're gonna get back out on patrol here. Ooh, you thought about it, buddy. There's a cop behind you. I don't recommend running that light. Looked like this dude thought about it. Pull him over if I could. But yeah, we're gonna get back out here, see what else we can find, and go from there. Alright, so I was just reading through the patch notes really quick, and it looks to me like there's no specific call out for the tow truck, but it seems to me that you can now tow people from officer needs assistance calls, so that's where we're going right now. We're going to an officer that needs assistance. And I believe there's other car accident stuff as well that you can deal with, so like from the accident scenes in multiplayer. I don't know if that's a single player thing as well. I don't believe so. So I do want to make that clear. I did misread that. There's no real like specific one. It's just that you can now have the option to respond and clean up things after those calls. My only concern is the officer needs assistance calls are pretty often they end in a gunfight, a gun battle of some kind. So I'm interested to see kind of how that'll work. We're gonna come down here, whoop, and we're gonna actually go up the other way because I'm not sure where this guy is gonna be. We're gonna come down here, make the left, see if we can get up to him. Don't see him. And if you guys are wondering why the things, the diamonds are showing up that are like symbols to unlock the door and stuff, that's because there's a little bit of a glitch with the camera tools. And I was getting some footage. Oh, we went exactly the right way. Okay, well, I guess we're gonna go get this guy then. Dude, are you serious? Oh, it's not even, well, I guess, yeah, dude. There's no, like, it's not specific. All right, get out, get out, get out, get out. Stop, miss. She's about to run in the highway. Damn, that was close. Stop where you are. Do not move. Nobody tell her I haven't reloaded my taser. Alright, we're gonna immediately cuff her. And then we're gonna get her right off the highway, because this is like the worst spot that we could be standing in. We gotta get out of here. My goodness. Alright, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna place her in... I'm gonna take her down with the other officer and place her in custody down here so that I can then come back with the tow truck and pick this guy up. Or pick this person's car up. Seems like there's two of them. And the lady decided to start running. So, let's go ahead really quick. Let's, frisk her. Just before we go anywhere, just to make sure she doesn't have any weapons on her or anything like that, since I'll be leaving him with him. Oh, guess what? She did have a weapon. Awesome. Alright, you need to stay right here. Do not move. I'm gonna go get my truck. We're gonna back down the ramp. Get in line for the car, and then we'll call a transport to come get her, because I'm not taking her in the truck with me. That sounds like a bad idea. One thing that surprised me is I've been watching a lot of live PD and stuff, and the amount of times that they actually put people in the front seat of a cop car. That surprises me for some reason. I'm actually going to go into first person for this, because I think it doesn't reset the camera. We'll find out. This is so not legit. Actually, I have seen this in real life before. They back down because they have to come off the highway or something. Oh! Too fast, too furious there. Too fart? Yeah. Too fart. I was going too fart. That sounds bad to anyone who doesn't know that I just messed up English. And I'm just sitting here recording, just telling people I'm gonna fart. Can I pick him up yet? Nope. Go back a little more. There we go. Well, that looks kind of weird. Alright, let's go ahead, let's hop out. Deal with this lady. I totally screwed that. That's not... We'll set it down and readjust it there. That's not legit at all. Have you frisked this dude? Let's check him, see if he's all set. Oh, we can't do anything with him. Alright, so what we're going to do for this person is we're going to request transport. While they're doing that, let me see if we can... No! What the? Time travel. This dude just showed up from the future. Did you see that? Like, I didn't cut footage or nothing there. He just, like... What have I just witnessed? I want to see if I can run her name still. Can we do that? Bro, don't hit me. Okay. They never get better. That's special. Alright, let's, can we... There we go. We'll open this up nice and big. That's so bad out of context. Search database. Nope, we can't. We don't have her name still. Cool. Alright, well, let's shut that down then. I'm going to set this down, because this is all kinds of messed up. That is very cool, though, that it drops the arm down. Yeah, we really need, like, a camera that will just stay. Yeah, that's way, way better. Yeah, that's way better. Alright, well, so what we're going to do now is we're going to get this person's car back to the lot. We'll throw our arrow stick on there for the center out. Get this person back to the lot and then go from there. While we're on our way back to the impound lot to drop this car off, I do quickly want to give a massive shout out and a thank you to my Patreon supporters, or in this case, supporter WX Squint. Huge supporter for a long time, I really genuinely appreciate it, and if you're interested in getting a shout out and your name on screen as well, you can find links to my Patreon in the description. I also want to mention too, in the beginning of this video, I mentioned that I had actually just hit affiliate on Twitch, and that was streaming just the other day. I stream on Twitch every Saturday and Sunday. Every Saturday night, we do a big convoy with all the guys on American Truck Sim. I don't know if we're going to do Euro Truck ever, but we kind of just do that right now. And then on Sunday, that's kind of my day to do whatever. Sometimes I might do flashing lights. Sometimes I'll do train sim. Recently, I've been doing a lot of Euro Truck, and that's been a lot of fun. Thank you to all you that have been coming out to those. really, really, really enjoying that stuff. And so if you're interested in that, you can also find links to that in my description. And if you are also interested in getting notified anytime I upload a video or anytime I go live, in my Discord I actually have it set up that you can select to be notified. You won't get spammed unless you choose to. And when I say spammed, you'll just get a notification in Discord every time, just because YouTube notifications don't seem to be cooperating. But if you're interested and you're really liking the content, do consider leaving a like and subscribing as well. We are almost there. I am very, very happy to be driving this tow truck tonight. This is just awesome. I've been waiting for this for so long. I gotta say, it's not perfect. Obviously, there's a little bit of woo. Okay, well, there was our stroke for the video. That was it right there. There's little bits and pieces here and there that they can fix and improve on, and I have no doubt that they will do so. They have done nothing but show me that this is a game that it was worth spending my money on, and I am very thankful to have that knowledge, and I'm very thankful that these developers put the amount of effort and time into this. So if you're interested in this game too as well, definitely check it out. Definitely get it. I'm going to drop this car there. Whoop, I think I dropped him when I was still in outer space. But yeah, little bugs here and there. Obviously, it'll take time to fix that. They are going to do that, I have no doubt. Very, very cool. Very, very awesome tow truck. I gotta say, driving this with my wheel as well, it feels really, really nice tonight. It's just a really well-feeling vehicle. I do think they also had in the patch notes that now it actually... I also have to turn off all my lights here real quick. I do think they had in the patch notes as well that your traction actually changes when you drive on dirt now. Obviously, we didn't try that tonight. Maybe we'll try that another night. Oh, man. Can't see anything out of here. I'm gonna see if I can back this up. Come on, baby. That's the only thing about this. It does not like to detect when you're trying to go into reverse. You have to, like, slam the pedal down. See if we can do this right. Let's see if I did it right. Almost. I'm a little over. That's okay. Not bad overall. I am very, very, very happy with this. And, yeah. I'm grinning from ear to ear tonight. This is just awesome. So, huge thank you to the Flashing Lights developers, again, for just putting so much time and effort into this game. And, I mean, that was really, really fast. They did that whole vote of, like, what people want to focus on only, what, a couple months ago at the most? So that's really cool to see this stuff coming out. And the one thing that I'm really glad is that this is not, like, a DLC or something. I'm glad that they're not releasing this type of stuff as DLC, that they're releasing it as normal in-game content. So, that is very, very good, in my opinion, and I hope to see some more cool stuff coming out as time goes on. That's going to be it for today. I will see you guys in the next patrol. Peace.